The Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. So some folks had mentioned they didn't know I had a sneaky snake. I figured I'd show him to you real quick here. That's Alucard. He's a ball python. And he hams it up for the camera. Look at him. Look at him. He's like, I'm so fabulous. Because I'm a snake. A snake. Slithery, slithery snake. What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? Before we get started, I got three things I want to say real quick. First and foremost, I'm going to be kind of picking on something I absolutely love, okay? Don't get me wrong, this is going to sound like a real negative video, but even though I don't have one of these things in hand, I absolutely love it, and I can't wait for them to come stateside. Secondly, I know there's a couple of questions I have here that could have been an easy Google search, but you know what? What fun is that? What fun is that? This is all about conversation and interaction, so I could Google it, or we could talk about it, which is more fun to me, so it is what it is. And last, I want to give a shout out and thanks to Gen X Grown Up. I stumbled upon his video review of this product, and that's where I got a lot of the information. In fact, I said to him, I took a screenshot of something. With your permission, can I use it while giving full credit? And he actually reached out on Twitter and gave me better versions of the image. So, dude, thank you so much. It was a great review, and I can't wait to get my hands on one. So this fully functional tabletop game console, the Atari 2600, coupled with a console-style television, is being released by Super Impulse under the Tiny Arcade line, which is the first thing that's confusing me because I thought it was supposed to be Arcade 1-Up. Now, again, this is where the Google could have happened, but, you know, this is better. I like this better. Fuck Google. I'd rather hear from you. But it was my understanding Arcade 1-Up. Now, maybe Arcade 1-Up is like the mother company, and Super Impulse is like one of their, let me know down below. But that was the first thing that struck me as, oh, okay, something was a little different. Now, maybe Arcade 1-Up, 8060 idea, and Tiny Impulse or Super Impulse or whatever the fuck they're called, decided to pick the ball up and go with it. And that's fine with me as long as someone does. Because I've been really excited about these. Made two videos. I made one when they were showing at some toy fair or something like that, and secondly, a few months later saying, hey, where are they, you know? There was also supposed to be a ColecoVision and television, I think a Commodore. Was there an Atari computer there? I don't know, I don't remember. I think it was 4 or 5 total that was supposed to come out. But regardless, they hadn't come out until now. We still don't even have these stateside. Matter of fact, Gen X Grown Up imported his, so I'm glad he did. I'm not going to talk about the console too much. Go watch his review. Go watch his review. That's what that's for. And then when I get mine, by all means, come back and see what I have to say about the physical item. So, the thing boasts 9 games. I'm crossing out bullet points, excuse me. 9 games total, plus a bonus game. Here's my first legit complaint. I'm so tired of these companies doing shit like that. Let's just say there's 10 games. There's 10 fucking games on this thing. That's it. There's no bonus. In order for the 10th game to be a bonus game, there would have to be a release of this thing without that specific game. And to my knowledge, I don't think there is, unless like the one with Pac-Man is going to be an exclusive to, say, Walmart or Target or, you know, your mom's panty drawer. I don't know. But to me, that's kind of slimy. I mean, I get it's marketing and all this stuff, but it's 10 games. Just get over it. If there was 10 games and maybe the one. Yeah. So let's talk about the games themselves. So on board with this thing, Centipede, Pong, which technically wasn't on the Atari 2600. It was under the sports titles. What was it called? Atari Olympics or something like that. Wow, I can't remember a damn thing. Fun cartridge, by the way. Missile Command, Breakout, Asteroids, Combat, we gotta talk about that. Warlords, Millipede, and Tempest. But I think all of you should know where I'm going to be going from here. I don't understand what it is with these companies who release these, I'm just going to call them clone throwbacks, okay? Throwback clone systems. Specifically, we'll talk about Atari. You got your the flashbacks by At Games and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And they always insist on putting paddle games on these fucking things. And we've been complaining for years, stop putting paddle games on here if you don't have access or we don't have the ability to play these things with a legit analog paddle style controller, even a slider. Slider would work great, but stop it. Stop doing it. However, there's a small light at the end of this tunnel. He was showing off some of the games. And it seemed like they tried to make the paddle games work better with the joystick. I mean, the joystick's like this friggin' big though. So they're at least trying to improve that. So hopefully if they choose not to, and when I say they, I mean all companies now, choose to release little Atari things with a compilation of games. If they choose to put paddles on there, paddle games, either they give us the paddles or hopefully they'll be fixing them so that they play a little bit better with a digital style input. One thing that was also very interesting to me was Combat. Now, Combat's an iconic Atari 2600 game. It came with every console up until they swapped it for Pac-Man in '82, I believe, with the the Vader unit. It's a one-player game. There's only one controller here. They put AI in Combat, finally. Finally, someone did it. I love Combat, but who the fuck is going to play Combat with me? So I am super stoked to try that out, even though it's going to be on this little thing. I know people are eventually probably going to hack this thing to do other things, so hopefully I can get it on a bigger screen and play with something else, but I want that legit. And maybe I can find a ROM of it to download for my emulator on the laptop. I don't know, and if that exists, please let me know. You know me, my ear is into the ground more times than not. But I thought that was pretty cool that the opposing tank did its own thing. And I know it sounds silly, it's the first game for the system, and it's still being innovated. I love it. I love it, love it. And I can't wait to play that in front of you guys. Now, I want to talk about the ROMs themselves, okay? Now, I made a comment on his thing saying, I think that they were 8-bit computer ROMs, but it turns out that these are ROMs that were pretty much made for the Tiny Arcade line, so I wanted to correct that. But more so, in the past, whenever Pac-Man's been on one of these things, especially, say, the flashback units, it's always been another version of it. It's always been another version. I don't think it's ever been the arcade version. It's always either been the NES version or the 8-bit/5200 version, or just some version that is made up for whatever the console is. You never saw the Atari 2600 one, which always bummed me out, because if you're going to do an Atari 2600 product, put their games on it. Other games were there, like the Missile Commands and all that stuff. On this console, they, no joke, went the exact opposite. Exact opposite. The only other game on this list that you could possibly say is also the Atari 2600 port is Combat, but I don't want to lump that in there because it's not functioning like the 2600. It just has the aesthetic. So that's like a 50% kind of likeness. But in this case, Pac-Man is the only Atari 2600 port, and it too, I think, is probably going to be a little, to satisfy the hardware, a little bit different. You know, it may sound slightly off, but that's typical emulation crap. That's not programming crap. So, I mean, which I guess is programming, but you know what I'm saying. I found it particularly interesting that they just swapped that. Maybe not on purpose or by choice. It could all just be happenstance. But the Atari 2600 port of Pac-Man is finally getting love on one of these clone console things. And it's the only one that actually has a legit straight port from the Atari 2600 library. Maybe it's Atari's time to shine. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Hopefully I put up pictures and stuff while I was yapping about it, and you were able to follow along. I can't wait to get one in my hands. And I hope all the other ones are being made. I know Tommy hinted at me that he was still in talks with whoever's making these for the Intellivision version of it. And yeah, I can't wait. I got an itchy chin. So I can't wait. I can't wait. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please, thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. It's almost Friday. We're almost there. We're almost there, and I can't wait. Why? I don't know. I got nothing planned. But before I do go, I'm printing up a whole bunch of these. Actually, yep, right there. It's holding my 8 games. Yes, and I did fucking open them. People are like, did you open them? I'm either getting made fun of for buying them, which I expected. But I'm also getting picked on for opening mine. So I don't know. So I have 5 or so printed already, and I'm probably going to print up a couple more, and I'm going to put them on my Etsy shop, which are down below. The link is down below. But if you have a 3D printer, I put the STL file there as well for like $10. So if you want to just grab the file and do your own thing, please don't sell the files. And if you alter the file, sell your product all day long. But please don't directly sell my thing. Just out of respect. I mean, if you do, you do. I'm not coming after you, but I'll just spit in your general direction. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. Hit that Etsy shop. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Christmas is coming up. You need to get stuff for your loved ones, and I need fucking money, so go buy some of my stuff. Guys, take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye.